Ahoy!
You made a weird noise in the middle of your...
I know, it went a bit high. I didn't know I
yeah.
had that in me.
Welcome to another episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name's Nick. It's the weekly news and chat show from the world famous Bottom of the Stream podcast.
It is indeed. Feels like that week between Christmas and New Year.
It does a bit.
We're out of season.
Yeah.
It feels,
All bets are off.
Yeah.
We're not exactly sure what's going to happen in this episode.
We don't know what day it is.
We've
no idea. We've got nothing to talk about.
We're even more going by the seat of our pants than usual. And I, for one, am excited.
Me too. Me too, indeed.
Because we are between seasons.
Betwixt. What? People use the word betwixt sometimes. What does it mean?
It's just between, but different.
Posher.
Yeah.
We are betwixt seasons.
So we finished season 8 last week.
We did, last Thursday.
Final episode was Hangman.
Yes.
I've got to say, I'm not just saying this because it's our most recent episode. And, it finished off the season. One of the most fun episodes I think we've done in ages.
Definitely. I had so much fun. I had so much fun editing it, recording it. It's just really funny.
And
one of the longest episodes we've done in ages as well. I think we did 1 hour 20.
I mean, go back and listen to it if you're not ready to understand how bad, yet how much fun Hangman is as a movie.
Yeah, it's dreadful, but it's hilariously bad.
It just a movie that fell apart at the seams within a couple of minutes of it starting,
Completely.
but was I thought it was an absolute hoot to watch.
A hoot.
Yeah,
It was a hoot. Al Pacino was in it.
yeah,
He was a hoot.
yeah. He really was.
How somebody so good at acting can do some acting that's so bad it's unbelievable. It was terrible.
I can't remember for a long time seeing a movie that seemed to think it was so clever and was the epitome of a movie that is not clever.
I was on Reddit the other day and somebody put in, what's the movie that feels like it was written by an AI?
Yeah.
And it's 100% Hangman. It feels like it was written by an AI and then cast by an AI and then acted by AIs.
Yes. Yeah. They face scanned Al Pacino and Carl Urban and Brittany Snow onto some
100%.
nobody.
If you typed into ChatGPT, write me a movie about a serial killer playing a kids game, it would write you Hangman.
Yeah.
And then you could say, cast this movie, and it would cast that movie, those actors in that film.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happened. It's bizarre. Anyway, it's dreadful. But it rounded out season 8 at the bottom of the stream. I think it finished 4th from bottom.
Yeah, it did.
Something like that.
I think we said at the time the best worst film of last season.
Yeah.
Because
The most enjoyable
fun.
fun I've had for a long time.
Terrible.
Terrible indeed. Anyway, how have you been?
I've been good.
Really?
I've been good.
Been up to much?
What did you do? What have I done since Hangman? That is a good question, which you haven't asked, but I will answer.
That's kind of what I asked.
Yeah. I'm desperately filling while trying to remember what I did at the weekend. I'm not really...
I can't help you
pulling
because I didn't do anything this weekend.
back.
It's a really quiet one.
I mowed my lawn,
I mowed my lawn.
did boring adult stuff like that. I don't think I really had any adventures this weekend.
I made some
last
pita
weekend.
breads in my pizza oven.
Oh, how was that?
That was nice. I've been eating them all week at work.
Yeah.
Been good. Still got a few left.
What are you filling them with?
Salad.
Anything?
No, nothing interesting. Just salad. But that was my most exciting thing of the weekend. I actually lit the
Nothing
pizza
wrong
oven
with that.
twice in one day.
Oh, yeah.
So I made them and then I did myself a pizza.
Lovely. Well, I mean, you have got form, to be fair. When we went out for a pizza a few months ago, you had a pizza to start,
I did.
pizza for main course,
Yeah.
and
Had a
finished
pizza
it
for
off
dessert.
with a dessert pizza.
3-course pizza. That was good. We should go back there.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
I fucking love pizza.
The banana pizza for
Oh.
dessert.
Yeah. Oh. I love pizza. I defy anybody to not love pizza.
Do you like a banana?
I
Where,
like-
where does it rank in the fruit
I
scale
don't,
for you?
I don't eat a banana.
Yeah, you wouldn't snack a...
I wouldn't pick
Chow
up and
on a
snack
banana.
them, but I like banana flavoured things.
Okay.
But I don't like the texture of a banana.
Right.
So I like banana milkshake or banana ice cream or banoffee pie.
So that was like a roasted banana.
Yeah, it was
on
like
the pizza,
a,
wasn't
yeah,
it? So
like fried.
barbecue bananas are nice.
Yeah,
A bit of foil on the barbecue, bit of honey.
I don't
or
mind that
sugar.
either. But I'd never pick up and peel and eat
No,
a
see,
banana.
I would. I quite like a banana.
Yeah.
As a,
It's the texture
fruit.
for me. Something weird about them.
they can get a bit gruff. You don't want to get a grainy one, do you?
No, you don't want a grainy one. No. They always look damaged as well.
Look, there's a fine line for me. I like mine a bit harder.
If I was going to eat one, it'd have to be soft. I couldn't eat a hard one.
No. So I'm not talking.
So you're talking like green,
not full on green,
but a bit of green,
but
left.
more on the green side. So I think, and then once it starts to spot,
Then
I'm
it's
out of it. Yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
yeah.
Yeah, they always look broke. They're always like either bent funny or brown or green. Or they never look right. They always look bruised.
You got a short window with the
Yeah,
banana.
true.
I think to have optimum banana.
If somebody said to you, "You can have any fruit now," which fruit would you pick? What's your favourite?
Oh,
You're not a big pineapple guy, are
no, I'm not. I've never been a big fan of food that turns to water.
you? citrus fruits.
No, I don't mind an orange.
But that turns to water.
Yeah, I know, but that's got a nice taste. I don't like a pineapple. Pineapple's gushes in you, doesn't it?
Does gush in you.
Right. So, pineapple,
Yeah.
watermelon, grapefruit.
Yeah.
They're
gushes.
They're watery.
Your standard gushes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that sensation.
Okay.
I'd probably maybe a strawberry as a
Good choice.
you know.
I think I really enjoy a good pineapple, but again, there's a short window, and it's really difficult to get the pineapple right.
How do
The
you know
one's
when a
right.
pineapple's ripe?
You can just
like-
taste it.
Yeah, I
just
know, but
know,
from the outside, how
I
do you
don't
know?
I've never figured that
Yeah.
out. I don't know.
There must be a trick to it. You probably have to knock it 3 times, and if it
Yeah.
knocks back, it's fine or something. I don't know. Or if
Sometimes I buy them from the
it
supermarket,
bounces,
and then I'm like, it's never know what day to eat it on.
yeah. I didn't think we'd go this deep into
Nor
fruits
me.
chat.
I'd pick raspberry. I fucking love raspberries.
Do you know what? It'd be high on my list. I think that you can do a lot with a raspberry. Just in how you eat it, because you can just. It's quite tart, quite refreshing. But also, if you have raspberry, right, and you put your tongue in,
Yeah, you always have to tongue the hole.
your tongue in the hole,
Yeah.
and then
And then
you
burst it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you really want to take your time, you can even pick the pods apart,
Mm.
and then you got the seed for later
with
as well.
you.
I'm
I'm with you.
like,
I fucking love raspberry.
you can really go to town on a raspberry and make it last.
I think I'm going to go out on a limb. I think raspberry and white chocolate is the best flavour
It's a
combination.
good combo.
I think it's the best.
You said to me before, I think you said it to with our sort of friendship group. If you could have raspberry coulis in your kitchen taps, you probably would.
I probably would. I love it. I'm swearing too much. I apologise.
You're passionate about
Fruit.
raspberries.
Fruity boys.
Sure.
Is the name of the episode.
Yeah. Sold.
So done.
Absolutely.
Pair of fruity boys.
I mean, look, this is the sort of content you can get every week from
Most weeks. This is what happens when we're out of season and the world's gone just
tongue in
insane.
a fucking raspberry until the wheels fall off.
Anyway, we've got a fuckload of Netflix news, have we not?
Yeah.
4 again. What's wrong with
That's
me?
quite a lot. Where should we start?
Start the start
let's
and move
start
right
at the top.
along.
And it wouldn't be an episode of The Wave without talking about a cancellation at Netflix.
This one has surprised me. I'm going to say it.
I'm surprised it surprised you because I can pretty sure remember in the Discord you saying this is going to get cancelled a few weeks ago.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Because we'd seen some numbers
Oh,
and it had
yeah,
dropped.
I did.
The first week was good
I think
and then it dropped off.
I think it surprised me because I enjoyed it, but then I also didn't enjoy bits of it.
We're talking about Lockwood and Co.
We are.
Which has been cancelled after 1 season.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah. It is a shame.
I feel like it could have gone somewhere.
Joe Cornish,
was, yeah.
who I really rate. I like
Same.
his stuff, but I say I like his stuff. I've not watched Lockwood and Co. I'm part of the problem.
Don't watch it. It's good, but there's no point watching
Teenage
it.
Ghost Hunters.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the thing, Yeah, cancelled after 1 season. Apparently, Variety quote a Netflix source who say that Netflix were very pleased with the show and the work that had gone into it, but the viewing numbers meant it did not meet the threshold to greenlight a 2nd season.
Cancelled by algorithm.
Yeah.
I really hope those 3 actors have a career out of this because, especially the main guy, the guy who played Anthony Lockwood, was fucking brilliant. I swore again. I do apologise, everybody. Yeah, he was great, and the other 2 were great as well.
Variety also notes that Complete Fiction, which is the production company behind Lockwood and Company, will continue to work with Netflix as they have a number of other projects in development.
Cool. Okay.
That is Joe Cornish, Edgar Wright, Nira Park, and Rachel Pryor's production company.
Some good names there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame, but
look, not everything can land,
No,
unfortunately.
cancelled by algorithm.
Yeah, and Netflix, not to give them credit, but to be fair to them, we know what those thresholds are.
Yeah,
and
they're pretty open with that now, aren't they?
if they're not met, you won't get in a second season.
Yeah. Next story.
Mystery solved.
Oh, okay.
So, remember Unsolved Mysteries?
I do.
There was about 3 seasons. That's really quickly, and then it went away for ages.
Yeah, it did.
Well, it's been reported that a missing girl, Kayla Unbehan, I've absolutely butchered that, I'm sure, who was a subject of one of Netflix's Unsolved
I
Mysteries
remember this
episodes,
episode.
was found alive in North Carolina
Wow.
last week, 6 years after being allegedly abducted by her mother. She is now 15 years old.
That's what happens when 9-year-olds go missing for 6 years.
It is. That's just math.
That's just basic math.
November 22, she was on. That episode was aired.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember watching that episode.
And
Wow. I wonder if it's anything to do with Netflix.
well, the police say that she was recognised from published media.
So yes, then.
I think so. And if it's not from the episode itself, it's from newspaper articles saying in the area saying
Yeah.
local
This is all
girl
over
featured
Netflix,
on
so.
Netflix, and so
Netflix
Yeah.
have done a good thing.
a woman at who works at a clothing shop contacted authorities saying she thought she recognised the girl.
That's impressive from seeing an image of a 9-year-old and then recognising it as a 15-year-old.
Kayla's father, Ryan Iserka, said, "I'm overjoyed that she is home safe." In a statement released on in conjunction with the National Centre for Missing and Exploited Children.
Excellent. Right.
I want to thank the South Elgin Police Department, the National Centre for Missing and Exploited Children, and all of the law enforcement agencies who assisted with her case. We now ask for privacy as we get to know each other again and navigate this new beginning.
Wow. I wonder if Netflix will do a series called Solved Mysteries and have like a true crime drama about it.
I mean, look, you've got to have water under the bridge, obviously, but if Netflix maybe come on knocking on his door and say,
Do you want some money?
yeah, who maybe it's good to hear of a good result, I suppose.
Cool.
Netflix have, in not so good news for Netflix, been warning UK broadband service providers that they may have some angry customers ringing their call centres over the summer
Right.
because of the whole Netflix password crackdown thing.
Cool.
Like, this is news, apparently.
I mean, they postponed it, the rollout in America this week.
Yes.
So, as I predicted they would. So.
And it is still TBC when this is happening over here and in the States. All I would say on that is they are severely overestimating my internet service provider if they think they're not used to having angry or unimpressed customers.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it was down for a day this week as well. So, yeah. So,
I'm just not worried.
I think they'll be able to cope.
Yeah.
Although the article in the Financial Times, no less, does say that the ISP providers are reportedly, in inverted commas, concerned that the looming crackdown could result in blowback.
Blowback?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I'm not sure I'd be that. I think I might be pretty happy if I got some blowback. But
At your age, definitely.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was Mother's Day on Sunday, I think,
In the States?
in America.
Don't
which
tell me that
is
when I'm like, fuck.
Not over here.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this was like a nice bit of planning.
I
by
assume
Netflix,
it was.
But on Friday was released The Mother,
Yeah.
the Jennifer Lopez starring action flick.
Yeah.
It's
Done quite
had
well.
Netflix's biggest opening weekend for a movie this year so far.
Good for
It
that.
has gone past Luther, Fallen Sun, which was the previous
Really?
leader
Okay.
for the year, which surprised me a bit.
That
Actually,
surprises me a little bit.
83.7 million viewing hours over the first 2 days, first weekend.
Wow.
So yeah, biggest opening weekend for a Netflix movie.
Excellent.
I think it's probably got a good chance to hold on to that until Extraction 2
Yeah, I would think
It's-
Extraction 2 would probably
in
knock that off.
July, I think
Yeah.
it was.
think it was.
You going to watch The Mother?
I nearly watched it last night,
Okay.
but I didn't. I watched something else, which we'll talk about in a little while. It was between the two, and I went with the other one. So I will watch it, I think. Maybe I'll watch it over the weekend.
Okay. Yeah, I've not got to it yet either, but I think you can see me watching it.
See why not?
Do you think that this isn't a thing against Jennifer Lopez? Because I actually think that feels like to me a good person to cast in this kind of movie.
Yes.
But do you think that sort of, how can I put it, star
Power? You thinking star power salary?
coming to a certain age, then doing this action movie? Keanu Reeves in John Wick,
Yeah.
Brad Pitt in Bullet Train,
Yeah.
Bob Odenkirk in Nobody.
You get into your 50s, you start making action movies. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, older person kicking ass. Is that trend?
It's becoming a genre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you've mentioned it. You're right. It is. Yeah. And it seems to be successful. All of those movies you just mentioned are very successful.
Yeah. Do you think there's a tipping point?
Maybe.
I don't think we're there yet.
It depends how far down the star train we get. But then Jennifer Lopez, she's not exactly a movie star, is she?
I'd say it's been a while since she's concentrated on movies, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think that is a good fit for that kind of movie.
Yes, I agree.
I just don't know how long that genre can be
keep
effective.
going. No, I agree. But it is at the minute.
Yeah.
So let's stick
Okay,
with it.
cool.
Cool.
Nice one.
Next.
Okay. Next is that we've had the first look this week at Glamorous, which is a Netflix show coming in June.
What is Glamorous?
It's an LGBTQ plus Netflix show,
Okay.
and it focuses on a gender non-conforming young queer person, Marco Meja, who is played by Miss Benny.
Okay.
And they play someone who is stuck in life until they land a job at Glamorous Cosmetics, working with a very familiar face. And that familiar face is Kim Cattrall,
Wow.
who stars as a legendary makeup mogul and CEO of Glamorous Cosmetics. This kind of sounds like The Devil Wears Prada, but in the world of makeup rather
Instead
than
of
fashion.
fashion.
But this lands in Netflix next month.
If you were going to say to me, I need you to cast a legendary makeup mogul who is the CEO of a cosmetics company, I would go, why don't you just cast Kim Cattrall? 'Cause that seems like ideal for her at this point. in
Yeah,
her life.
because you kind of like, it's the Netflix. She's the Netflix version of Meryl Streep in
Yeah.
that it's similar age. You know, Meryl Streep's not going to do this. Plus, she already did that movie 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But
And the rest.
yeah, exactly. but she's Netflix affordable, but instantly recognizable, and
Yeah,
you know
and-
she'll smash it out of the park.
Yeah. She's got, there's
And she's
Kim
got
Cattrall
a
is going to
following
sell-
in that
that's
world as
exactly
well,
what I was
hasn't
trying
she?
to
So
say,
it's canny.
Kim Cattrall's going to
Casting.
sell that sort of role.
Yeah.
To people. I feel like that show might do well.
I would expect it to do very well
Yes.
when it
agreed.
arrives on Netflix.
Cool.
And I bet it's a lot of fun. I'm quite interested.
Yeah, I bet it
in
is actually.
checking it out when it arrives.
Cool.
I'm going to do I was in two minds of should we cover this story?
Okay.
But because it really makes me sad.
Right.
But I think it's quite important, and it's one of those just sort of what is
Yeah.
this world coming to stories, and that is the fact that a Florida teacher has been she's quit her job and she is under investigation for playing a Disney movie in class. The Disney movie in question is a movie we've talked about before on this show, Strange World.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Would you like to guess
I
why?
can have a guess why. It's very, like you
This
say,
is
it's very
controversial,
depressing and
given
very
that
sad.
we're in Florida. A number of parents complained because she showed this movie, which has it's a small part of this movie, but it features a gay character,
Yeah.
and the fact that there are two teenage boys who are in a relationship. It's unbelievable.
It's terrifying.
And the parents complained that this teacher was forcing her views on the children. She just put a movie on.
Imagine even 5 years ago, right? There's a news story where a teacher's been sacked for playing a Disney movie to a kid.
Yeah,
That's exactly what's happening.
PG-rated movie.
PG-rated Disney movie has been played to a bunch of kids, and the teacher's been sacked for it. That is terrifying.
Yeah.
That is terrifying to the state of the world.
The teacher, Ms. Barbie, said she resigned from the school because of politics and the fear of not being able to be who you are within the public school system. I salute you,
100%.
lady. One of the members of the school board said it is not a teacher's job to impose their beliefs upon a child, adding that the movie opened the door for conversations that have no place in our classrooms. I would say that is exactly the place these conversations
Where
should
else are
be
they going
having.
For God's sake. It makes me weep for the state of the world.
It's absolutely unbelievable.
I think maybe let's send the meteor down now and let's just finish it. We're done. I think we're done. I think we've had our time on this planet now. Let's time for somebody else to take over.
I mean, good on her though, because she
Let the cockroaches have a bit for a bit.
good on for the teacher. She did an interview with CNN and said, "Look, the school board is out of touch. Basically, the students are already talking about things way beyond what this movie
course they
covers in school. The door that the school board are talking about being open, it's been open for a long time.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. What is the world coming to?
I'm done. Let's just. Yeah,
But
I think
does-
it's time for us to move
It does
on.
go back to the point of talking about Strange Worlds, that it was snuck out on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it really was. It was
It's
a
a
really
good
weird
movie.
situation
Yeah,
because Disney made this movie and then almost didn't want to admit that
Got
they'd
cold
made
feet.
it. Yeah,
it's really not a big part of this movie. Not that it's a big deal if it was a big part of
No.
the movie, but it's unbelievable.
That
It's
is-
disgusting.
it is disgusting. Fuck you, Florida school.
I think that's the first time we've had a bit of news that started with, well, it's not Florida man,
no
a Florida teacher.
Florida-
This is maybe as close as we get.
Florida leaders. Fuck them all. Anyway, let's move on to something more cheery.
Okay, Triplet's dead.
Fucking hell. Who's killed the triplets?
Of course, I'm talking about the sequel to the movie Twins.
Oh, okay. That's a shame.
Because Ivan Reitman,
Yep.
who directed Twins,
Yes.
had in the works Triplets,
Yep.
which was going to reunite Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. They had also potentially been talking to Eddie Murphy,
Okay.
who played
That makes sense.
the third brother, who then dropped out, and Tracy Morgan was in talks
Wow, okay.
to play that role instead. Well, Ivan Reitman is no longer with us,
No.
and Schwarzenegger, in doing sort of his press tour for his forthcoming Netflix series Fubar, and also his Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary, also arriving on Netflix,
Yeah.
has been talking about triplets and says it's not happening anymore. He said, and this is a direct quote, Jason Reitman fucked it up.
Wow.
He stopped the project when his father died. Ivan really wanted to do it. I wanted to do it. Danny DeVito wanted to do it. We had the financing, but Jason said, I don't like the idea, and put a hold on it.
I mean, that is his prerogative to do,
Yeah.
I guess, but it's a shame.
He's got a Ghostbusters movie to make.
Yeah, exactly. Jason Reitman's going to have a big future.
I'm sure we'd say never say never. What a family. We talked about,
Yeah, we did.
obviously, Ivan, who's,
Yeah.
like we say, sadly no longer with us, but he made an appearance this season on Bottom of the Stream,
Yeah.
by proxy, in a futile and stupid gesture.
We did.
We talked about Catherine Reitman the other week,
Yeah.
with Working Moms, and obviously her brother Jason.
We've got
It's
the full-on
planning ahead.
Reitman collection going on this
Yeah.
season.
Right, man. I don't want to be wrong, man. If I can be right, man.
Absolutely.
Interestingly, and as a bit of a tease, Arnie also said he was developing another movie
Okay.
with Danny DeVito.
Right. What they're working on.
Don't know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's something as legally close to Twins as they can do, without.
Do they need a Reitman on board to do the twin sequel?
Maybe not. Depends who
Surely it's
holds the
not-
right.
You wouldn't think Ivan Reitman would own the rights, though, would you? You would
I
think.
feel like we said right too
Yeah,
much.
we have. You'd think a studio would own it. You wouldn't think.
Who knows on the
Yeah.
complexities?
Obviously,
of
they
something
don't
that's-
because you feel like it could happen without them otherwise.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a shame. I haven't seen Twins in
No, me neither.
30 years, maybe more.
What was Twins that good? I
don't
I
know.
genuinely can't
Couldn't
remember.
tell you.
Like I haven't seen it for.
It's
many,
just one of
many
those
years.
80s movies that people always talk about, isn't it?
Let's talk about some bottom of the stream alumni.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's talk about Melanie Linsky. One
We
of
love
our
Melanie
favourites.
Linsky.
Carl Urban.
He's got some making up to do. Let's put it
I
that
think
way.
we like Carl Urban, but not when he's been on this show.
Yes. Agreed.
Well, they are both signing up along with Jermaine Clement
Okay.
for I Object.
I object. I object. Or I object.
Well, there's a comma in there, so I more say like I Robot.
As in, I'm an object.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Which definitely makes sense once you hear the synopsis.
Okay.
A movie which is being written and directed by Andrew Niccol, and it's a movie that follows a 10-year-old character called Tom, grieving the loss of his father and unable to relate to the people in his life. He takes refuge in the everyday objects around him. Drinks can lids, suitcases, and untold numbers of everyday objects reveal their true faces and speak to Tom and help him on his healing journey. It is a mix of live action and animation.
Can I just say that's one of the weirdest synopses I've ever heard. But my brain couldn't stop thinking, drink cans don't have lids. From the very moment you said it.
They have tops, bottle tops.
Yeah, but that says cans.
Okay.
Drink can lids.
Well, maybe
Cans don't have
yeah,
lids.
but
That's the whole point of them.
Oh, no, but you know, like, so when you open a can,
Yeah.
you just have that small orifice, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you get like if you open a tennis ball.
Oh, like a
tennis balls,
Pringles can.
Yeah, then you.
But neither of those are drinks cans.
No, but what I'm saying
I know
is
what you're saying.
maybe in New Zealand,
They do.
there is a brand that I don't know. Oh, why am I defending it? I don't give a shit.
It's just the
I'm not
first thing
saying
that
you're
goes
not
to my
wrong.
head.
You're not
I was
wrong.
just listening to you read the synopsis.
Might not be
All I could think was drink cans don't have lids.
Uh,
Sounds fun though.
yeah, the
Loopy.
one of the producers, Nat McCormick, says, I Object is a unique and heartwarming story about the power of imagination and the importance of finding hope in the darkest of times. Sounds a bit Pixar-y.
Yeah, it does a little bit. Yeah.
Cool, look,
It's gonna have a story to it.
I think it sounds alright, yeah.
we mentioned Andrew Niccol last week.
That's because he's also doing the sequel to Lords of War.
Yeah, with Cage and Skarsgård.
Yeah.
That's
He's
strange that he should
shipping
come
the
up
rights
twice
for
in a week.
both of these at Cannes over the next month or so.
Nice.
Big few weeks for him if he can sell them.
Exciting.
I really like New Zealand. I would love to go to
I'd
New
love
Zealand.
to go to New Zealand.
Like, I like things from New Zealand, like sheep and cricket and kiwi. I like kiwi fruit.
Kiwi fruit's good. Again, though, you have to get it right, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
You don't want a hard kiwi fruit.
But I also
They
like.
turn to water in your mouth. They're a gusher.
I wouldn't say they would. Yeah, they're probably on my limit of
They're you like
gushiness.
because they're small.
But you can get them. But I don't mind eating a hard one either.
Oh, see, I don't like a hard one.
But they're a pain to. Yeah, they are a pain to get.
I used to work with a lady who just ate a kiwi fruit like it was an apple.
Or skin and everything.
Skin and everything.
Oh, no, you don't want
All in. She would eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
There'd be nothing left.
I like.
Even the knobbly bit on the top.
I do like the New Zealand sense of humour though.
Yeah.
Like, Flight of the Conchords is amazing.
Yeah.
I like most of Taika Waititi's stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel an affinity with New Zealand.
Let's go.
All right, deal.
We'll take the show on tour.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Bottom of the stream on tour.
Yeah, I'm in.
Let's go.
Brilliant. Let's talk about some more bottom of the stream alumni as of last week, and how amazing is that picture of Al Pacino? Like, he has been on holiday and had a good time.
He looks like he's been on holiday, had a good time, and then died, and then been brought back to life. It's terrible.
That is very, it's, again, a very Weekend at Bernie's Al Pacino. You can go and find this picture on Empire Online.
I will
because
put it in the Discord.
This
I'll
is
save it
the
and put it in
news
the
story.
Discord.
That, I mean, I feel like just casting these three together could be a total car crash, but I kind of want to.
100%.
I kind of want to watch it. Al Pacino, John Travolta, and Shia LaBeouf, and that's not even the whole cast, because also joining them are Viggo Mortensen and Courtney Love in a new movie from David Mamet, and that is a thriller called Assassination.
I feel like David Mamet's got some sort of pain in his life. That is not going to be an easy film to wrangle.
And it's
There's a lot of personality and ego on that set.
It's a period piece set in 1963.
Okay.
Assassination is set during a crucial justice hearing against organised crime. The head of the Chicago mob orders the assassination of President John F. Kennedy Jr., creating a deadly conspiracy while altering the fate of a nation. Cameras roll in September in Vancouver.
Wow.
I want to know who Al Pacino's paying.
JFK.
In which case, there is some de-aging needed.
Yeah, very much so.
Look, Al Pacino, again, go back and listen to our Wave episode last week on our Real Talk. This is putting Al Pacino with John Travolta. That's the wrong person from Face Off.
That's true. It's bad that in that picture there, John Travolta looks the best out of the three of them. And having seen John Travolta recently, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, but Al Pacino looks like he's having the most fun.
It looks like he's had the most fun recently and then died and been brought back to life.
Assassination. Will it end up in cinemas, or will it end up at the bottom of the stream?
Either way, I'm going to watch it. Next.
Next in our movie news is Idris Elba.
Okay.
Going behind the camera and in front of the camera.
At the same time?
And producing.
Oh.
He's a triple threat.
Nobody wants to work with Idris Elba.
All at the same time on a new movie. A refugee/prison thriller. Is that a genre?
Nope.
Well, it is now.
Okay.
Infernus.
Infernus.
So, I think that might be Latin for inferno.
I would have thought Inferno was a Latin word.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Not.
I don't know. Infernus. He will produce, direct, and act in this. It's about a UN human rights activist called Donovan Kamara,
Great name.
played by Idris himself, sent to investigate reports of refugees being illegally detained inside a US black site prison. I hope it's on a submarine. A seemingly simple task turns deadly when the world's most dangerous inmates break free. Kamara must work to safely extricate all the refugees whilst going head to head with a brilliant criminal mastermind.
Being sent to investigate the reports of refugees being illegally detained inside a US black site prison does not seem like a simple task.
No, I did. I thought that as well. Plus, how's he going to determine who's a refugee and who's a prison?
Yeah.
No. Because they'd definitely like swap clothes and try and confuse him.
Yeah, of course they would. Just let them all.
Elba said, I'm excited to be back in a director's chair, partnering with Millennium Media. Infernus is a gripping thriller with a relevant and intimate human story at its core.
Wow.
They're going to film some of it in a new movie studios in Ghana.
Oh, interesting.
Split between Ghana and London, this production.
Nice.
That's cool.
That is cool. Show off some love to the new countries.
And yeah, Idris Elba.
Good for Idris.
Guy's working
I mean,
boots
it sounds
on.
pretty standard Idris Elba movie, but good for him to get behind it.
Why are you like-
You know what I'm laughing at.
Would you like to be taken up the Shard?
Absolutely.
Well, Daisy,
It's been a long time since I've been up the
Daisy
Shard.
Ridley is being taken up the Shard by director
Why does that sound so bad? It sounds worse than the actual phrase.
by director Martin Campbell.
Okay.
Martin Campbell has directed multiple James Bond movies.
Yeah.
Goldeneye, that's a really good one.
Yes.
That would like relaunch James Bond.
It did, yeah.
Also, Casino Royale. That was
yeah.
Daniel Craig's first one.
It was, indeed.
Well, he is going.
Was GoldenEye Pierce Brosnan's first one?
Yes, it was.
So he just does first ones?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
So he's due one.
He is going to direct Cleaner,
Cleaner.
Would you like to guess what Cleaner's about?
Is it about the person who-
Given that you know
It's about the
it's
Shard.
something about the Shard. It's an action movie, presumably, because it's a guy who directs James Bond films, and Daisy Ridley's in it.
Is it
That's the
about Daisy
information.
Ridley playing a window cleaner who cleans the Shard's windows, and then she sees something going on through a window and has to stop it?
You're pretty much there. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Uh,
When a title gives away the entire plot of the film in one word, that's impressive.
I'm impressed you went for window cleaner, right?
Because it's
but
the Shard and it's
yeah.
just a big glass building, isn't it?
Daisy Ridley stars as an ex-soldier turned window cleaner
Excellent.
who battles a batch of eco-terrorists in present-day London.
There's plenty of eco-terrorists in present-day London.
And the movie largely takes place 90 stories up in the air on the Shard's gleaming glass surface.
That sounds so much fun.
Campbell said to Deadline, Cleaner is a nail-biting thriller, unique and original in its characters and setting. God, Die Hard. Much of the
No,
movie
this is going to be on the outside,
takes
like
place
that one The Rock did.
oh, yeah, on the side of the Shard, hundreds of feet up in the air. I want the audience to be up there in a stomach-churning, vertiginous experience.
Vertiginous.
Yeah.
Has he made that word up?
Okay, fine. Produced by the same production team behind Greenland,
Okay.
which is Gerard Butler's Amazon movie last
Half
year.
decent.
Yeah. This has also been shopped at Cannes next week.
So it's Cannes next week, so there's going to be loads of
Yeah.
stuff coming out of that. Cool.
Up the Shard.
Take her up the Shard. This just sounds so rude.
Okay,
going.
one more bit of news.
Okay, cool.
Now, please, with the caveat that this is based on Netflix US.
Okay.
Collider has done an article this week on the best hidden gems and underrated movies.
All right. Stealing the thunder.
I thought it would be interesting to see if any of the movies they had on this list that we may happen to have come across.
I 100% might steal this graphic.
And and you may not be surprised to hear that, yes, some of these have been featured on our show.
Oh, really?
But I think you might be surprised which ones they are.
Okay. Let's go.
So if you just go down and stop when you see something you recognise, I would say.
Okay.
I don't want to pay too much attention to some of the ones on here because it's, like I say, it's a US Netflix based.
Are we going to be able to add some to our list?
Possibly.
Can we steal some of
I've
this
not
article?
done that research yet because some of them may not be available. The first one you'll recognise, I can
Yep.
tell by you recalling, is something we did in season 7, and that is The Land of Steady Habits. What do you remember about The Land of Steady Habits?
I remember the man who couldn't get it up, but he kept sleeping with people from shops. Is that basically what it was?
It was Ben Mendelsohn.
Yes, it
was
was.
divorcing his wife
Yeah.
and was picking up ladies in Bed Bath and Beyond, and it was kind of a movie about he had an awful relationship with his own son, but a good relationship with like his neighbour's son.
Yes. It got Charlie Tahan in, hadn't it?
That's right.
Because he's really good. He's been in
Yeah.
a couple of things on the show.
Would you like to know what Collider say about it?
Yep.
They say that.
Sorry.
That's fine. My phone.
I will
my,
click on
my
it so you
phone's-
can read it.
My phone's stored. They say it's an honest look at a search for happiness, stemming from the lead character's estrangement from his wife and son, and his newfound friendship with a drug addict, with a hint of humour. The Land of Steady Habits is a drama about choices and regrets. That doesn't actually say if it's any good, to be fair.
I don't think
I-
I would call The Land of Steady Habits a hidden gem.
I also think a hint of humour is more of an insult.
That
than
is
a-
an insult for a film that's trying to be funny. Okay.
I kind of what I remember of it is that I kind of liked some of what it was trying to do, but it fell flat. Yeah, it wasn't. It doesn't stick high in my memory.
Agreed. Still going.
That's fine. You keep going and see what else you can find. I also think there's a couple on here which I wouldn't say are hidden.
No, that's not hidden.
One of which is I'm Thinking of Ending Things, which I remember being pretty
Yeah.
high up. You know, it's a Charlie Kaufman movie. It's got Jesse Plemons and Toni Collette and David Thewlis in. That was pretty widely
It was,
released,
yeah.
I would say.
Oh,
An
look.
interesting one in here, which I think we do agree is a gem
We do.
because it won season 7.
It did.
Is Wheelman.
Yeah.
They
Wheelman is a hidden gem.
yeah,
100%.
100%.
It's a
Totally agree
great
with
little movie.
Collider says, if you are looking for a tight, pulpy thriller under 90 minutes, Wheelman has you covered.
Yeah,
Wheelman was great.
it was. It was really great. I don't know if I'd call it pulpy.
Frank
But it
Grillo on the phone in a car for 80 minutes trying to...
Save his family.
Yeah,
basically.
because a drug deal had
himself.
gone wrong.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Wheelman won season 7. It's a great little movie.
yeah. It is a hidden gem.
It is a hidden gem. They're
So,
right on that one.
One and one.
Yeah, 1 on 1. I'm definitely going to look into some of these movies, see if I can add them to our stream table.
The Two Popes is not a hidden gem.
No,
It
100%.
was
That was
nominated
like-
for Oscars.
It was.
It's got Jonathan Pryce and Sir Anthony Hopkins.
It was,
Everyone.
100%.
This was widely promoted.
Yeah, this is
Not
probably
a
one of the
hidden
most famous Netflix
Yeah.
movies of all time.
Ballad of Buster Scruggs is not a hidden gem.
gem.
It was a massive Netflix release 5 years ago.
Look at that cast. You can't have a hidden
It's
gem
a
with a cast
Coen
like that.
Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James Franco,
He-
Liam Neeson, Brendan Gleeson. That rhymes.
Collider need to have a think about what is a hidden gem.
They do, indeed. There's an argument that Okja isn't either.
I
because
agree.
That's
Yeah, I totally
a
agree.
hugely successful Korean movie.
I think The Fundamentals of Caring has been on our list
Might still be on.
and came. I don't know if it still is.
Did it come off? I think it might have come off Netflix UK
Possibly.
because it was on. It definitely was on the list. at
But
some
again,
point.
good cast: Paul Rudd, Craig Roberts, Selena Gomez.
Yeah. His House is a wonderful movie.
Yeah, good movie.
One of the best horror movies of recent
I think
time.
I'm prepared to give this a pass as a hidden gem.
Yeah, because it's British.
Yes,
And it's an
basically.
American list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't think you would necessarily come across this in the States.
agreed.
Really
But
good movie.
it's one of the best horror movies of recent years.
Yeah.
Okay.
According to Collider.com, the 10-year-old Ron Howard directed, Chris Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl starring biopic Rush is a hidden gem.
No.
It's an Oscar-winning movie starring one of the most famous actors in the world.
Yes.
By
Directed
one
by
of-
one of the biggest directors in the world.
It's not a hidden gem.
It's not a hidden gem.
However good the movie is. It's
We're
not a hidden
better at
gem.
picking hidden gems
Yeah.
in this place.
I also think Hunt for the Wilder People, not a hidden gem.
What a great film.
Yeah, oh, it's fantastic.
Beautiful. We talked about Taika Waititi earlier.
Yeah.
That's a great film.
Yeah.
If you've not seen that, check it out. I've seen that as well. The Ritual is on this list. That's a British movie as well. So that's
It's like
probably
Stag
right.
Do Gone Wrong.
Stag Do Gone Wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Hail Caesar is the Coen Brothers movie they did before the Ballad of
What
Buster Scruggs.
have Collider got against Joel and Ethan Coen?
I mean, they're kind of a big deal.
Yeah, they are.
Like, can't be hidden gems. I think there's one more of our movies on
Okay,
here,
I'm going,
possibly at the
I'm
bottom.
Getting down here. 1922's on this list. That's a Stephen King movie.
Okay,
And
is
it's-
that good?
Yeah, it's really good. Really, really good. Thomas Jane's in it. It's really good.
Mute.
Mute.
Mute is on here.
Mute.
Remember Mute?
I do remember Mute.
Duncan Jones's follow-up to Moon,
Yeah, it was.
and it did not do well
No, it didn't.
when
It is a hidden
when
gem.
it was released. I mean, it's messy.
Yeah.
It's my memories of Mute is that there's a good movie in there somewhere,
Yes.
but I don't think it quite came out on the screen. I remember Alexander Skarsgård being very good as the lead,
Yeah.
and me being really uncomfortable that Paul Rudd was playing a paedophile.
Pedophile. Yeah. Wow.
Is it a hidden gem?
No.
I don't think it's a gem.
I don't remember.
Parts of it are good.
I don't remember hating it.
No.
It's the reason Skarsgård's in the Captain's Gallery because it's one of the two or three films he's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, I just thought that was an interesting.
That is an interesting article.
barometer of comparison for,
Yeah,
for
because
some of the movies we've come across on
Some
this show.
some podcasts somewhere picks proper hidden gems.
Yeah.
Whereas
that
Collider,
you really won't have heard of.
yeah, Collider, where they've just gone through and picked some movies that in there. I imagine what they've done. There's a hidden gem section on Netflix.
Yeah, they've just gone
so
for
they've
that.
just gone through that.
Yeah.
But I am definitely stealing that graphic because it's a Netflix logo in a gem, and I like it. Cool, good news stories.
That's all the news.
That was a lot of news.
There was a lot of news. There was a lot of
Taking us
news.
for most of the runtime of the wave. Have Oh, don't know what happened to my voice then.
I thought we were going like opera for the remainder of the episode.
Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
Do you know what? I've watched a couple of things.
Okey-dokey.
One of which you reminded me of. I'll go with the TV show I've watched
Go
first.
for
I've
it.
watched the whole latest series. I say the whole. There's I think there's 6 episodes, maybe 7 of
That's the whole series.
of Queer Eye, which is
Okay.
back. I always talk about Queer Eye
You do,
when
you
it's
love
back.
Queer Eye.
It's brilliant. It always will be brilliant. It will make you cry. It will make you laugh. And look, some of the human stories on this show are just fantastic. And I always go in thinking, how much better can you make a person feel by just giving them a haircut, teaching them how to cook a couple of dishes, throwing a carpet and a few lamps in their house, but it's more than that. You get to know the people, and it's a real reward for people who've been through tough times or really struggled through life, and it's just a genuine pleasure to see people's confidence increase through an episode and put themselves out there in the world. It's a real feel good show. I love Queer Eye.
I've only watched a few episodes of Queer Eye, and that's when I've been at your house and it's been
Yeah.
on. So maybe I need to get into it a bit more. Maybe I'll watch this season.
Do it. I just you can put one on, and it's a great show. It's a good thing in the world to have.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That is nice. Cool. I will watch it.
So go and watch.
I will
Everyone go
pledge
and watch
now.
it.
I will watch it.
And you reminded me, I've watched a movie.
Because I've watched it too.
Yeah. And that is Freaky.
Yes, I watched it last
Originally, I
night.
thought it was a Netflix movie. I didn't
No, it's
realise
not.
it wasn't.
5 years old.
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah. I have to
I
make.
watched it too. I thought it was great.
Okay, I have to make an apology first.
Okay.
Because I thought Peyton List was in it. Because the
I understand why you
lead
thought
girl
Peyton
in
List
it,
was in it.
especially in the thumbnail, looks
Yeah.
exactly like her.
Yeah, but
and-
it isn't.
But it isn't.
It's the girl from the new Ant-Man movie.
Yeah.
Catherine somebody.
Yes, her.
What did you think of it?
I overall I liked it.
Yeah.
I did struggle a bit with the first 15 to 20 minutes
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
because so I knew the concept going in. So it's a Freaky Friday type situation.
Yeah.
Except Vince Vaughn, who is a serial killer, swaps places with the high school girl.
Yeah, the girl he was trying to murder.
Yeah. And I think that's a cool it's a cool twist on a old concept.
The director apparently wanted to call it Freaky Friday the 13th, but he wasn't allowed. The studio wouldn't
That's
allow
a shame. That's a
it.
real
It's
shame.
a much better title.
Yeah. My issue was with the first 15 to 20 minutes was I wasn't expecting how hardcore it would be.
Yeah, it's
Like-
pretty violent.
Doesn't leave anything on the table
No.
with some of them deaths.
No.
Which I'm fine with that. It just wasn't my expectation.
Yes.
And having seen Vince Vaughn for so many years being this gentle, giant comedic thing, honestly, it took me 10 to 15 minutes to just get on board with him brutally slaying people.
I guess that's fair because I, as you know, don't watch a lot of comedy movies, so I don't have that relationship
Yeah.
with Vince Vaughn. So I didn't feel that. I just thought he's quite tall, quite good, lumbering.
Yeah,
So serial killer,
sure.
slasher.
Definitely. Towers
It's
above everyone.
It's a parody of slasher movies
Yeah.
and of body swap movies at the same time.
How once Vince Vaughn's playing the teenage girl, was
He's
they swapped
brilliant.
bodies?
He's brilliant.
Perfect
He
cast.
plays
yeah.
a teenage girl very well.
Yeah.
And the girl played him as a lumbering psychopath really well. I thought it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it. I really enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
overall, I enjoyed it. It was a nice,
Much better than I
pleasant
was
surprise.
expecting it was going to be. I thought I'd just chuck it on and probably end up turning it off.
I was also surprised, A, like you say, how old it was,
Yeah.
and B, that it's kind of snuck through. I'd never heard of it.
No,
And
I'd never heard of it.
It doesn't seem to be a movie that's ever made a splash.
No,
Because I just thought it was fun.
I did. He had a very Friday the 13th feel to
Yeah.
it and a very Freaky Friday feel
Yeah.
to it. And it was great. Some of the deaths are
It was
brilliant.
a good mashup, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It worked really well. It's a nice little parody movie. Some of the deaths were really good. When she kills the teacher,
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was really well done. I enjoyed it a lot more than I was expecting to. So I would recommend Freaky.
Yeah.
I would.
I would second that.
Oh, something else I wanted to say about it, and it's gone out of my mind.
Well, it'll come back.
It will, but it's gone. I also watched another film
Okay.
this week. I watched Escape Room Tournament of Champions.
Okay, how was that?
Which is the sequel to Escape Room from
Sure.
a few years ago. With why do I start that?
Like,
Why do I
you always do that.
With
Trying to pull a name out of the back of your brain.
and I know it's never there, and I still do it. Taylor Russell.
Okay.
It's got Taylor Russell in it. So I quite enjoyed the first Escape Room movie. Have you seen the first Escape Room movie? is on Netflix if you do want to check it out.
I think I have, yeah.
This one is hot garbage. So it starts off, it's a direct sequel, so it starts off pretty much straight away. The story carries on.
Yeah.
And so they don't feel like they need to build any story up or
Okay.
tell any story during the whole movie. It's basically just people in an escape room until they're not in an escape room anymore. And then the film ends.
Fine.
And there's no story to it. There's no rhyme nor reason to what's going on. There's no
Right.
explanation of to how this has happened. There's no tournament.
Okay.
So
It's just
it's what it
completely
is.
false
is
advertising.
basically, the escape room has been done a few times, and the people who've won it have been put back together in an escape room
Fine.
to find out which one of them can survive as the best.
Right.
But that's all it is.
Okay.
So there's no tournament there. It's just an escape room. Yeah, it's shit. It's terrible. Compared to the first one, it's terrible. The first one's really good. This one's not. I think that's all I've watched.
Okay.
I finished season 1 of From.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a huge recommend from
Okay.
me. If you're any sort of Lost fan or that sort of genre of TV show, From is for you. Definitely. The cliffhanger at the end of the first series is very brave, but it has been recommissioned and really, really well done.
You're excited for season 2?
I'm excited to see it. It's already started in the States, but it's not
Okay.
got an air date over here yet, which is annoying.
It can't be far away, though.
It can't be far away. And Silo is still going on Apple TV.
Yes.
The third episode of that came on Friday. This is coming out on Fridays. Their third episode of that was just as good as the first two.
Excellent.
So I'm excited for the future of Silo as well.
Good.
Really, really good. I don't mention Ted Lasso much on this show.
No.
Because that comes out every week, but that's also great.
Okay.
There was a lot of positivity in our Discord about this week's episode yesterday.
Okay.
And I didn't have that same vibe from it. I'm not as excited about some of the things that are happening than some of the members of our Discord are.
Right.
I don't want to give anything away.
I
But
really need to
I
get...
feel like something's happened too soon.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
didn't
I'm
want
really
to.
missing the train on this show.
You 100% need to get into Ted Lasso. It's
Yeah.
brilliant. It's brilliant.
I saw the first season and I never really went back. So
You should.
just because, not because I didn't like it.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
never. If you don't have Apple TV, it's
Yeah,
really difficult
that's
to do.
exactly what happened. So.
I think that's all I've watched though. I've still watched. I've done a couple more making funs.
Okay,
Have we got a guest?
possibly, but that's fine.
I've done a couple more episodes of Making Fun. That's really good.
Making fun is
Making Fun's
fun.
really good. I've enjoyed that. And that's about it. I think that's all I've watched.
Cool.
What are we doing next? We didn't do a real talk this week
No, we didn't because
because we forgot.
well,
Well, no, we didn't forget. It's just we're out of season and
yeah,
didn't.
Like, we thought we'd just see what happened this
Yeah.
week. With,
Things
with the wave.
things are all up in the air at the minute on the show, so we
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. Why is this door opening on its own?
we have a ghost.
I've got a ghost.
Freaky Thursday.
So all we've got left to really do is talk about the Botskas.
Yeah. So this time next week,
Yep.
there won't be a wave.
No.
You will get our annual award show
Well, you will.
released as a podcast, the Botskas.
Recorded last evening if everything went well.
Yeah. So that is a that is an award show which takes the very best and the very worst and the something in between of the movies from the last couple of seasons
Yes.
of this show.
It does. We had some little guest appearances
Yes.
because I'm going to have to try and edit around that. And it's going to be tough. Nick's kids are in the house and they're being little puggers.
I think we're being spied on.
We're being
as well.
watched.
Yeah, so
We've never done this being watched before, which apart from last night, coincidentally.
Yeah, so if you're a member of our Discord,
Yeah.
you will have had the opportunity to watch the Botskas live
You will.
last night. In the
Hopefully.
Discord.
Hoping it all went well. and
It went
was a good
absolutely.
show.
It went smooth as a nut,
good.
and because it went so well, we might do a bit more there in the future.
Hopefully. That's the plan.
But yeah, that'll be out as a podcast as normal
Next Monday.
next Monday.
So do we want to reveal the Botskas categories while we're here?
Yeah,
So we've got some new ones. We've got rid of some old ones.
Yeah.
So I think we've got, what did we say, 12
I
altogether?
think so. We will reveal the nominations on the night.
Yes,
but
the nominations will be revealed on the night. But these are the categories.
with what the categories are. Shall I start?
You do one, we'll do them in order.
Okay,
You do one, I'll do one like that.
fine. Shiniest Gem. Essentially the best.
The best movie.
Best movie.
Yeah.
Or favourite movie.
It's got to be in there. Every award show has it.
Yeah.
So why would the Botskas not have it? What every award show doesn't have is an award called the biggest waste of time,
Yeah.
which is basically the worst movie.
Yeah, we hated this.
Yeah.
A new category for us. You are our favourite character.
Yeah. This is all about character.
Yeah.
Who's the best character we've seen on the show the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then go opposite that, we've got Man Overboard, the character you want to see go in the sea.
Yeah.
Basically the worst character.
Yeah. Who really couldn't we stand?
Yes.
Best performance by a human being is
Yes.
next.
So we don't do
That's your acting.
we don't
gong.
do gendered awards.
Yeah.
Best performance by a human being. And then that goes up against worst performance by a human being,
Yeah.
which on this show is much easier to pick.
I think they might both be quite highly fought categories, to
They
be
will
fair.
indeed.
The most memorable moment
Yes.
in a movie.
What's the best scene we've seen?
Yeah. I like what you did there.
Thanks. It was completely unintentional. Best death. We see a lot of death on this show.
we really
Which one
did.
was the most entertaining?
The anti-gaslighting award.
This is the new. This is the new one. We need to talk about this one.
So if I wasn't constantly bullied and gaslit by Adam, this is our chance to both pick a movie that we just want to highlight and we feel has been ranked too low
Yeah, one movie each
because the
out of
other
2
person
seasons.
disagreed with it.
Yeah, basically, out of the 2 seasons, which movie in the stream tables should be higher?
Yeah.
And we'll pick one
We'll
each.
pick
on
one
that.
each.
Yeah. We've called it the anti-gaslight award because I get accused of gaslighting a lot, and it's not true. Best performance by a non-human.
Sure.
So it's something that's not human has done a performance, and we're going to give it an award.
Absolutely. The most batshit crazy movie.
Yeah, we see a lot of batshit movies.
What's just off the rails mad?
Yeah. And then the final award would be the Drowning in the Stream award. Which super famous actor has ended up on our show
Yeah.
and why, basically. And we see a few. We do see quite a few. This category is highly fought this year, probably more than ever.
I think, yeah, when we're talking about who we've seen pop up in season 7 and season 8, this is the toughest this category has ever been.
Yeah, I think this one is definitely 100%.
And then we will, as usual, induct 2 more people into the Captain's Gallery. That is our Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the 2 people every year go in. I'm going to try and list who's already in there.
Okay.
Mason Blair.
Yes.
It
It was going really well.
was going really well. Who's the girl who was in Sierra Burgess as a loser?
Yes.
Her. Nick Cage.
Yes.
Micah Monroe.
Yes.
Alexander Skarsgård.
Yes. And one more.
One more. Who went in the same year as Skarsgård?
Can't remember. You can edit this out. I nearly wrote them down
Who is it?
to say who it was as well.
I will find that out and I'll put it in the show notes. Yeah, so there'll be loads and loads of awards being given out. The episode will come out, like Nick said, next Monday.
Yeah.
It will have already been recorded. You will have already missed the fact that you could have watched it live with us on camera. But hopefully that was a lot of fun, and we're going to do some more things like that in the
100%.
future, hopefully.
Yeah, there's a few little surprises we've got lined up.
Yes.
I'm really excited to do it.
Me
I
too.
have done it,
Can't wait.
which we did.
Yeah.
You-
The past
So-
future thing's really weird.
I know,
isn't it?
it's not ideal.
We've even spent some money on some new cameras. we're all in on this. Right, I think we've done a wave, Nick.
We sure
Post-
have.
An out of season wave.
Yeah.
Bit more unusual. We've got nothing left to
I
talk
really
about.
enjoyed it.
I did. It was a lot of fun. It's gone for about an hour, so that's fine.
Spot on.
Spot on. So yeah, come back here next Monday for the Botskas 2023.
Cheers.
Bye.